Madden 22 coming out soon. So is the Madden curse real? Tom Brady, Mahomes on the cover. This is both their second time on the cover, right? This is like the only time it's happened because Tom Brady was, oh no, it was Gronk. Or was it Brady? I can't remember. I know it's Patty Mahomes' second time for sure. But
the Madden curse
Tom Brady as well, I
Every time
think.
the premier NFL video game series reveals its cover athletes for the new edition every summer, fans of that player or players or team hold their collective breaths, hoping it won't be a jinx. Unfortunately, more times than not, it's a vexing hex. Let's go year by year to see whether gaming's biggest fear became reality.
Tom Brady Mahomes,
Madden
like I said.
2000, Lions Hall of Fame running back Barry Sanders landed the cover, until he didn't. Sanders announced his shocking retirement shortly after getting the honor, causing EA Sports to scramble for a new cover subject. They landed on rival running back Dorsey Levens of the Brett Favre-led Packers. Levens did deliver a good 1999 season with 1,607 yards and 10 TDs. Levens was cursed with knee injuries for the 2000 season, ending his run as Green Bay's feature back. On Madden 2001, Titans running back Eddie George was chosen, fresh off his team's run to Super Bowl 34. George started wearing down as Tennessee's workhorse in 2000 after rushing a league-high 403 times.
That was when they went to the Super Bowl versus the Rams and lost by the 1 yard.
Of his career. The curse got to him in an inopportune moment in the divisional playoffs when the Titans were upset by the eventual Super Bowl 35 champion Ravens. George dropped a pass that was intercepted by Ray Lewis and returned 50 yards for the game-sealing touchdown. Vikings quarterback Dante Culpepper got the cover of Madden 2002 after his breakout second season in the NFL. But Culpepper played in only 11 games in 2001, throwing for only 2,612 yards with 4 TDs to 13 interceptions. His season was cut short by a major knee injury against the Steelers that ended up derailing the rest of his once promising career. Madden 2003 gave us Rams
Marshall Faulk. This was my first ever Madden.
Faulk was a scrimmage yardage machine, a recent league MVP,
but I had it for the Xbox.
Super Bowl. Faulk had a rough 2002 season, however, failing to rush for 1,000 yards for the first time in his career and had only 10 TDs while starting to show sharp decline. For Madden 2004,
no way they're gonna call. Marshall Faulk ended up going to the Patriots and getting a ring, bro. Right? Didn't he end up get a ring with the Patriots? Ah, it was Kevin Faulk.
Where the curse was nasty and stinging cover man Mike, failing to rush for 1,000 yards for the first time in his career and had only 10 TDs while starting to show sharp decline.
Well, we thought of the wrong Faulk.
2004, the curse was nasty and stinging cover man Michael Vick. The Falcons quarterback passed for 2,936 yards and 16 TDs and rushed for another 777 yards and 8 more TDs in the previous season. But he fractured his fibula in the 2003 preseason, causing him to miss 12 games. Ray Lewis
are we not going to talk about
Madden 2005? The Ravens linebacker was more solid and spectacular during the 2004 season.
There's no way you're going to give him a curse on this one.
He record an interception for the first time in his career. Lewis would see his following season limited to only 6 games after tearing his hamstring. Madden 2006 put another quarterback in the cover, the Eagles' Donovan McNabb. McNabb, fresh off taking Philadelphia to the Super Bowl, was off to an MVP-level start in 2005 until he suffered a season-ending growing injury. He was healthy for only 9 games, throwing for 2,507 yards and 16 TDs. For Madden 2007, Sean Alexander was the pick. Seahawks running back was a slam dunk, coming off an NFL MVP season of 1,958.
This man was a beast on MUT this year.
He also led his team to Super Bowl
my
40.
top running back by far.
Seattle, as Alexander broke his foot in Week 3 of the 2006 season. He was limited to only 10 games, 944 yards, and 7 TDs. Vince Young was on the cover of Madden 2008. He had a big rookie year as the Titans quarterback.
But they only talk about
winning drives and picking up where he left off as a thrilling dual-threat national champion at the University of Texas. Young went through the ultimate sophomore slump, however, thanks to the
Young didn't do shit.
The Titans did go 9-7, but Young threw for only 9 TDs with 17 interceptions
he didn't
in
do
15 games.
Shit,
he
bro.
rushed for only 395 yards and 3
He was from
TDs
Texas,
no
I think.
comeback.
He did
He also had to miss a game with
crazy.
mid-season quadriceps injury,
And then he went to the NFL
again before a disappointing playoff loss to the Chargers. Brett Favre was already just retired when he was picked for the Madden 2009
That's the Jets.
until he wasn't.
I
Although he
forgot
was
about
Packers
this.
jersey on the cover, he decided to unretire and play for a different team in green, the New York Jets. Favre returned to lead the league with 22 interceptions to match his 22 touchdown passes, also throwing for 3,472 yards.
What? This is like
Madden
2 years later,
2010
Revis went to the
twice as
Patriots
nice
or
on
some
the
shit.
cover with Steelers safety
Think it was
Troy
that.
Polamalu and Cardinals wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald, who are on opposite side of Pittsburgh's
One of my
name
favorite
in
Maddens.
Super Bowl 43. Polamalu couldn't avoid the curse. He played only 5 games after multiple injuries to his knee, spraining his MCL.
Yeah, you better not
immediately
give
week
Larry.
1. Fitzgerald bounced out Polamalu's major misfortune with a big season in 2009. He caught 97 passes for 1,092 yards and a league-high 13 touchdowns. It was Drew Brees' turn to be on the cover for Madden 2011.
He's still
The
chefing up
quarterback was
DBs to
coming
this
off a
day.
simply exceptional season and leading his team to victory in Super Bowl 44. Although Brees did have a good 2010 season and thrown for 4,620 yards and 33 TDs, he also had a career-high 22 interceptions. There's no doubt Madden 2012 had the most unlikely cover.
Whoa.
subject.
Did they clear? They better have cleared him.
Quote, winner, Browns running back Peyton
Big
Hillis extended
curse.
his one-hit wonder status. Hillis was cursed from the start, dealing with both an illness and hamstring injury that limited him to 10 games in the 2011 season. He rushed for only 587 yards and 3 TDs.
He didn't do shit after his cover.
1,177 yards and 11
But let me
TDs
tell you,
the
this
year
was the
before,
year they put in the new
quickly ending a
engine.
short run as Cleveland's
Running
feature
people
back.
over with
Madden
Hillis was fun.
2013 put the Lions back on the board with wide receiver Calvin Johnson.
Megatron.
Leave it to Megatron to spit on the curse and do his best to reverse it.
Yeah, bro, he killed
Johnson
it.
had an incredible 2012 season, leading the league with 122 catches and 1,964 receiving yards, both career highs, along with
Almost
5 TDs.
2,000.
The 2014 edition
Some
of the game
quarterbacks
was
don't even
branded
throw for
Madden
that.
25. Barry Sanders appeared on most
Oh,
covers
Barry.
for a
Oh.
second time, but on some editions, Vikings running back Adrian Peterson was the easy active player alternative choice after he rushed for 2,097
Yeah, I remember they had a
yards in
couple
2012,
variations of the
a
cover
season
that year.
removed from major knee injuries. During the 2013 season, however, Peterson battled through a foot injury. He played in only 14
No.
games, rushing for only 1,266 yards and 10 TDs, while the Vikings dropped to non-playoff
What?
status with a 5-10-1 record. Madden 2015.
You do
gave
not
the cover
curse
to
AP,
Seahawks
bro.
quarterback Richard Sherman.
Fuck
Sherman
that.
boldly said
Even
the
though he got
Madden curse
injured.
did not exist and wasn't worried about the honor, much like his confidence in shutting down wide receivers. Sherman snapped back to the superstition with a monster season, recording 57 tackles and
I was gonna say, no way.
Madden 2016
Yeah.
was the time for
They
Giants
just-
wide receiver.
That's kind of upsetting. When the player gets cursed, they're like stat. They suck. They broke their foot. Their wife left them. They're sleeping on the street now. But when they get cleared, he's like, yeah, they had a great season. Next play. The fuck, man? And I don't agree with that AP, by the way. Like, the Madden curse is supposed to be, okay, you get cursed for your entire career after you, not just the year after you get, it's your entire career after you get on the cover. A lot of those players that he mentioned maybe had 1 year where they got injured, but not only did they bounce back from their injury in the succeeding years, but I don't know how you gonna.
Odell
I don't know.
Beckham Jr. to be on the cover. OBJ joined Megatron.
Brother,
and
watch, they're gonna
Sherman
give him
with
curse right here.
curse. He had a sophomore spike up to 96 catches.
Oh, no, they cleared him.
1,450 yards and 13 TDs. Madden 2007.
That makes no sense. Where is OBJ now? That motherfucker hasn't done shit in a while. He can't show up in the playoffs. Oh, come on. That's a curse. That's a curse. He hasn't done nothing with his season after he showed up on the cover. Do not clear him. Yo, they better not curse my boy Gronk. They're going to be like, he had the knee injury. He had the knee injury. Watch.
Allowed Patriots tight end Rob Gronkowski to grace the cover. In 2015, Gronk exploded for 72 catches, 1,176 receiving yards, and 11 TDs. That luck quickly turned in 2016 when he was healthy for only half the season. Gronkowski was felled right away by a nagging hamstring injury and also suffered a scary bruised lung later in the season. He was shut down before the playoffs, requiring surgery to replace a herniated disc.
Fuck outta
Madden
here.
2018 was nicknamed the
Oh,
GOAT
was Brady's
edition,
cover.
and appropriately, Patriots quarterback Tom Brady was given the cover. Brady added another Super Bowl ring for New England the previous season. He also ignored the curse big time during the 2017 season. He won NFL MVP for a third time at age 40 on the strength of 4,577 yards passing, 32 TDs, and a
With who at tight end?
102.8 passer rating. For Madden 2019, it was Steelers wide receiver Antonio Brown on the cover. Brown was red hot as arguably the game's best pass catcher.
This is a
posting
curse,
101
yeah.
receptions for 1,533 yards and 9 TDs in 2017. In 2018, Brown wasn't affected on the field post cover, following up with 104 catches for 1,297
Wait,
yards
though.
and a league high 15 receiving.
They
TDs.
cleared him.
Madden
They
2020
they just cleared him. I don't know how they gonna do that when this man he almost got kicked out the league, his almost entire career ruined, breaking condos, lawsuits. But he's cleared. He had one good season. He had one good season.
Put Patrick Mahomes on the cover. The Chiefs' young superstar quarterback was league MVP in 2018.
Yo. If they go, he lost the Super Bowl. Cursed, I'm done, bro. I'm gonna lose it.
5,097 yards and 50 TDs. Mahomes was the ultimate choice and lucky to avoid being majorly cursed in 2019. Mahomes had a midseason injury scare with his knee, but it cost him only one game. His numbers dropped to 4,031 yards and 26 TDs while playing through it.
Don't do it.
The Chiefs still won the AFC West at 12-4 and got to Super Bowl 54. Mahomes had a rough first three quarters against the 49ers in that game, throwing 2 interceptions, but he saved his best for last, leading Kansas City to an epic comeback victory to get his first ring. Madden 2021 went back to the NFL MVP well, giving
so did they clear him?
26 and lucky. 2020 put 18.
Oh, they cleared him. Okay. I was gonna say, I thought they were gonna talk about this year's Super Bowl because this video only came out a couple weeks ago.
54. Mahomes had a rough first three quarters against the 49ers in that game, throwing 2 interceptions, but he saved his best for last, leading Kansas City to an epic comeback victory to get his first ring. Madden 2021 went back to the NFL MVP well, giving Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson the nod.
I'm curious to see what he says about this.
2019, Jackson passed for 3,127 yards and 36 TDs and also rushed for 1,206 yards and 7 more TDs. Jackson did see his numbers regress.
They cleared him.
His passing numbers dropped to 2,757 yards and 26 TDs. He also saw his rushing yards fall to 1,005. What will Madden 2022 bring for Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, each gracing the cover for a second time? Based on the recent results of elite cover athletes, the 2 Super Bowl 55 quarterbacks have a chance to reverse the Madden curse for good without sacrificing any goats.
For good, they say. Well, based on the 14-10, that's like, what's that? 24 divided by 10. Oh, whoa. Voice crack. We're not going to talk about that. That's 42%. I could have done that in my head, idiot. That's 42% of the time, basically. They're saying, even though with, you know what, we'll do our rating adjust. There's like 4 that they messed up. So it's basically 14 out of 24 was cleared. So about 60%, in my opinion, the curse actually affects. Or, 40%, the curse actually affects them, right? So that's almost 50-50. So what you're telling me is Tom Brady or Patty Mahomes is going to have a bad season. That's what you're telling me. One of them's about to get cursed. Someone's going to have a big injury this year. You heard it here first. Kenny D News. Tom Brady or Patty Mahomes is tearing their ACL this season. And that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed that little react video. Hope to do more on the YouTubes. Come over to the Twitch and say hi.